Alright, here we go. So pretty much what AFR is a run where we collect all the fairies. Or, well, technically all the fairy rewards, I guess. So that is what the objective of the run is.
Yeah, no way to get fairy rewards without fairies yet.
Yeah, not yet, anyway. I have a feeling if we ever found a way to do that, we'd probably require the fairies, hopefully.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, for the first, 22 minutes or so, we'll be sitting here doing cutscenes, so...
Yeah, we just get to, shoot the breeze and just hang out.
It's really great, too, because, I haven't run AFR in a couple weeks now, so... I'm just gonna read over the route real quick.
Yep, definitely make sure you know where you're going.
Yeah, I've been doing 100% for a little while now, so... we didn't have time for a full 100% run, so...
So you've been slacking on your marathon prep?
Yeah, I definitely did not practice any marathon save strats, so I guess we'll see how that goes. The only thing I'm really worried about is Swamp Gossip Grotto, which is 25 or so minutes in, so that'll probably be fine. Famous last words.
Megas and,
Yeah, I could do Ocean Gossip, which is an easier strat, but I don't remember the route for that, honestly, because I think I'd have to come back to Clocktown for Chews and stuff, and I don't really remember. So we're just going to play it safe, hopefully, in Swamp. If I get a sub 2 in this marathon, I don't even know. Sub 2 is the dream time for this category. So it'd be kind of amazing to get it in this run, honestly.
Yeah, your PB is just over 202, right? So...
Yeah, 202. Close. Oh yeah, I don't want to crash in Stone Tower.
No, that would be bad.
I don't know what happened, but when I was running this category, which is no different in Stone Tower than 100% really, I crashed almost every run, and it was just awful.
Nice. Just weird shot crashing?
Yeah, just every single, the one to the flaming fairy chest, I almost always crash for some reason.
Yeah, that one can be bad.
Do log, please. All right, I'll do the my patented log strats.
You gotta teach Trev that log strat every time. He just, he tries it and he fails and he has to reset.
Oh no. It's really not too much slower if you just if you fail it, you can just clip on top of the little mushroom thing. So yeah, I'll go for it.
He claims he has no idea how it works, so.
Oh wow.
You need to school him in that.
I guess so. It'd be the one thing I can teach Trev. This run will be full of things that Trev taught me, so. I'd throw the keg if we only got the keg. Yeah, I don't remember. I guess if you did Ocean Gossip, you'd have to have Chews for Stone Tower. So I guess yeah, you just get that lens rupee and then soar back, or actually yeah, you come back to Clocktown anyway. That actually wouldn't even be that much slower, I don't think, in this category, but. Alright, this is hopefully this goes well, strat. There we go.
I remember AFR was actually one of the last categories to get a Swamp Gossip's route.
Yeah, for a long time it did Ocean, if I remember.
Yeah. But Sample Name found a way.
There's always a way, it seems like, I don't know.
Swamp Gossips is always faster.
Yeah, MM is cursed. Ever since GNS found a way to do Swamp Gossip, every category has done it seems like. For a while, 100% had that Bio Baba Grotto.
Yeah, I remember that.
It wasn't meant to be, I guess. I got HMS and HDQ. I wonder if I can get it for this marathon run.
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, if not, we can just learn more of the story, get some lore.
Yeah, that's true. The lore of MM is really the most important part, I think. I didn't even point out that he died there. I forgot.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, it's...
You don't learn that until the end of the game, though. Until you get the best ending.
Yeah. It's too bad no category gets the best ending.
Nah.
I think there used to be a meme category, actually, called Best Ending or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was in it, but yeah, I can't remember. It had something to do, because the credits change, I think, depending on what you do in the game, don't they?
They do, yeah. But it depends on the masks that you get.
Oh, that might be it. It might have been like a certain combination of masks or something. It was
Thing would just be all masks, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I guess so. Really glad we only have to get. I think it's 60 rupees in 4th cycle. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't need to get the rupee chest, I would think. It's amazing what happens when you leave a category for 2 weeks. Like, everything AFR related was purged. What was AFR called back then? When this category was first a thing, when it was first created?
Yeah, it was like Dungeon Fairy Squad, right?
I think it was Dungeon Pixie Squad, actually.
Dungeon Pixie Squad, that's what it was, yeah.
Even better. Thanks for the luck, Mighty. But yeah, that category, like, they didn't do 1st cycle, and they also didn't kill Majora. Like, they got them, literally what the definition was they got all the fairies, I think. I guess they had to get the rewards too, but...
I don't know, that sounds like a good category.
Yeah. Yeah, all we did when we made it a real category was add 1st cycle and add Majora. Pretty much.
Just added like 30 minutes in cutscenes.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what makes it a real category.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's always people asking why we don't just run every category from, like, the beginning of Cycle 2. Maybe we should have done that for this category. It's too late, I think.
Yeah, it's that ship has sailed.
Yeah. There are some games like Dishonored, I know, that like start the game after the first cutscene. The reason we don't do that in MM is just because as little as there is actually gameplay. Like, what I'm doing right now is not very difficult whatsoever, but, you know, you could mess it up in theory, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, especially with, like, HMS, like, there's legitimate time that you can lose.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's really why that'll never happen, if anybody ever wondered. And speaking of HMS, here we go with our first trick. This goes wrong on the best of days, so I'm only hoping it goes well. It's really just a cutscene skip, so if it fails, it's not a huge deal. Not bad. I think it was a 48 or something. With safety buffers, that's not really too bad.
That is completely respectable.
Alright, so now there's literally nothing but cutscenes for like 14 minutes. Yeah, that's the other thing. If we ever did find anything that was useful in first cycle, like, you wouldn't want to like be like, oh yeah, we don't run first cycle, can't use it. That would be kind of dumb. So I'm glad as dumb as first cycle is, I'm glad it's in the run.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just get used to it.
Yeah, you do get used to it.
It's never fun, but you accept it.
Yeah, if you're gonna run MM, you definitely have to come to terms with Cycle 1. That's why a lot of people don't even run the game in the first place, is because of those, but it's not that bad, I guess. Alright, so now we have to make it night 3, so we're gonna talk to Grandma 2 times, and then go talk to the Scarecrow. And then we have to get, technically, I think you only need 59 rupees or something, but I think that would set up like a multiple frame perfect bomb shoe purchase or something, so I hope we get more than 59.
Yeah, don't want to fail the 2-for-1.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
Just have to go slash pushes and determine a field.
Yeah, I guess so. I always reset if that happens, so I've never had to do that. Was that yeah, I spliced, sorry, I didn't think you guys would notice that. Buttering up first cycle, that's really all you gotta do. If you're running MM, like, you want people to run the game, so you can't tell everyone how bad first cycle is, Jason.
Yeah, that's something they have to discover for themselves.
Yeah, that's what you
Once they've
don't
already
realize.
sunk hours and hours
Yeah,
into learning the game, and there's no turning back.
Like, I didn't realize how dumb it was until, you know, I don't know, months in, probably. Because once you're new, like, you don't reset over little things. So once you get to a certain point, you're always resetting and always watching first cycle. I would have filled in with an NSR run, but I actually do not know how to run that category, so you guys get the dream MM category.
I could have just sent you the route and talked you through it.
True, yeah, we could have done that, probably. Oh, God.
We may have been a little overestimate doing that, though.
Is there anything, like, crazy different from 100%, I guess? Like, I know how to do, like, heart piece dupes and all that, but, like...
I mean, there's wallet dupe.
Oh, yeah. Could I quickly go into Oceanside and grab the wallet, I guess? Or is it done on a different day or something?
I mean, you could. Actually, you could just do the pre-wallet dupe route.
Oh, true. Alright, so we're hoping for, like, reasonable RNG. We don't even need good RNG here. We just need 60 rupees, which is almost impossible to not get, but... It's a marathon, so...
Yeah, it's... I mean, well, no, I'm not going to talk about it because I'll jinx it.
There was a run a couple days ago where I had, like, I think it was like 53 rupees or something like that, which was just by far the lowest I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
You might say I'm leaving some rupees behind here. Like, I don't need all of them, or in theory, I shouldn't need all of them. So hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me later. Alright, we already have 60, we're fine.
Yeah, that was pretty good rupee luck there.
Any extra rupees beyond this point really just save, like, frames, because, like, in the bank you have to deposit these later, so... the fewer times you have to scroll down a number, the better. '90 is really the dream, too. Not that it is. It's probably, what, I don't know, a couple frames?
It's 2 frames more than 80. Since you need a frame of down and a frame of neutral.
Oh, true, true. Alright, so apparently we saved multiple frames there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot, sorry. You guys got me in trouble.
You gotta pretend you don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm pretty, like, whenever I do runs, I complain about everything, so I'm gonna have to reel it in, I think.
That's right, we gotta be very positive. We've already been positive about first cycle, and I mean...
If you can be positive about first cycle, you can probably be positive about almost everything.
Basically, yeah.
I hope I don't get the heart piece at the clock tower. This run does fight Majora, yep. It's pretty much like, I guess the best way of explaining this category to me anyway is like, it's as if you were doing any percent, but...
But you actually did the temples.
Yeah, you do the temples like, essentially like you would do 100%, except you don't get like the map and compass, and you don't have to get the ice arrows, and we will not be getting the ice arrows.
And we actually get to have Goron Mask in this category.
Oh yeah, we do. That's well, not we, I guess. The community found a very interesting glitch to get to the Goron Mask pretty recently, so hopefully that goes well in this run.
Yeah, that's a neat trick.
It was one of the tricks that I've wanted for a very long time, so I'm glad it's finally been found. I wonder how much slower... The only reason they're even slower is because of Wart, probably. Like, I guess they don't really... I don't know. They'd save Choose if you had ice arrows, but I can't really imagine them ever being faster. Even if you just magically didn't have to fight Wart.
Yeah, it's definitely out of your way, because there's no reason to even go into that room otherwise.
Well, yeah, it isn't that, like, offshoot of that area of Great Bay.
There's not even any fairies in there, so...
I should have named the run like ZSR or something, but I did not.
What did you name it?
I named it one of my emotes because I'm a dirty sellout.
Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, that's good advertising right there.
Yep. I thought so. Alright, so now all we gotta do is get the ocarina, and then reset for probably 4 more minutes of cutscenes.
Yeah,
Something like
about that much. We're getting there. We're close.
The good thing about it, though, is after all the cutscenes, it's pretty much just gameplay for the rest of it. In this particular category, there are more cutscenes than, like, any percent or something, but it's still not, like, 100%, for example. I guess 100% doesn't really have that many cutscenes, it's just, like, a whole bunch of, like...
100% has a pretty good ratio, since, yeah, it has lots of minigames. But I think any percent has the worst, like, ratio, just because of how short it is.
I would not be surprised, because, like, I think the first cycle is, like, 26% of the run or something, or, like, the first cycle plus the Deku Mask cutscene is, like, over a fourth of the run. So I bet it's really bad.
Yeah, it's close to a third of the run, definitely.
I don't think I got a 16-16. That didn't feel like a 16-16. But maybe. Yeah, sometimes cutscenes aren't even that bad. Like, it's nice to just chill. Yeah, with beavers or, like, bottle duping, or not bottle duping, but, like, Poe duping, you can't even relax, really. You gotta actually pay a little bit of attention to the game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like Giant's cutscene just because it kind of gives you time to relax and chill out, you know, before you have to fight Majora or do trials or whatever.
Yeah, it is a nice, relaxing part of the game, especially because, like, the end of the game, you usually have nerves anyways, so...
Get to, you know, grab some water, grab a snack.
I usually just say a prayer for Majora, really.
Yep, that's a good use of it, too.
Right, finally can go back in time. Gotta make sure I don't reset early here, because if I do, we lose 18 minutes or so.
Yeah, then we have to fill that much air again.
Yeah. I mean, you guys would probably enjoy another first cycle, probably. I can't see why you wouldn't want to watch all those cutscenes again. Are you saying it wasn't a meme fest before Jiggly? So we got Ocarina, now we gotta get Deku Mask, and then we're good to go, pretty much. There was a new, well, not a new route, I guess. There was an idea for a route that Imbued had, where instead of doing, like, Swamp Gossip, we would do a Fairy Fountain Wrong Warp to Woodfall. That would be very interesting if we could ever get that in the run. That'd make it way easier at the beginning.
Yeah, I heard about that. It would be really interesting. I mean, right now all the categories just start the same way, and it really would be cool if, you know, we could find something else that was good in some specific category.
It would be really nice. That's, even when you change categories in this game, it doesn't sometimes even feel like it for a little while, because, like, the first, I don't know, half an hour of a lot of the categories are exactly the same. Like, you do first cycle, you get Deku Mask, you get Bombs and Bomb Shoes, you hit Hidden Owl, which we're about to do, and then you do A Grotto Warp, which is usually Swamp Gossip now, and then you get Sonata, Song of Soaring, and then maybe it might diverge at that point, but...
And you almost always go into Pirate's Fortress not long after.
Yeah, that's the hook shot's really strong.
Pretty much always
so.
the same. So
Yeah. Wait, really? Apparently, Trev has an incentive on the line for finding a not gossip or swamp gossip route or something.
yeah,
I have not heard about that.
he has said that if anyone can get swamp gossips out of MM, he will pay them. I don't blame him. I'd pay.
Yeah, I don't. We need to have like a community. I don't know, incentive for that or something. There used to be a list of like glitch incentives back in the day somewhere, but I don't know where that is. There was a lot of them. I think Trev also offered money for proof of the blue dog winning the dog race.
He did.
It was like $50 too.
And then I cheated at it.
Oh yeah. Does that count as the blue dog winning the race? I guess it kind of does. If you don't think about it.
I don't know if we ever fully determined it, but
like, does he have to just win the race, or does he have to cross the finish line first? Because in MM, those mean different things, I guess. Because you get the reward.
It's a good question of interpretation.
Alright, cutscenes finally over. The one safety strat I will be doing is not a mega flip for Hidden Owl. That's like the one safety strat that is very easy to just do, even if you've never or haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, just doing the straight up hover for that one is pretty safe.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that. I wouldn't do Swamp Gossip, but like I said, I haven't practiced Ocean Gossip. Not that it's very difficult, but I haven't done Ocean Gossips in a while, so we'll just buffer our mega flips. Too bad it's not all masks, where you just don't even have to do mega flips.
Yeah, or NSR.
Oh, really? Man, maybe I could have done an NSR run.
It's the wallet dupe, like Ruby routing, that makes that more optimal.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right. I tried to learn wallet dupe for all masks. It doesn't, like... I guess since you have 3 inputs, right? You have pause, ocarina, and then, like, bottle or whatever.
Yeah, you have those 3. With ocarina, though, you have to like either pause or drop a bottle after you cancel it, so it's kind of like 2.5.
Not too bad, I guess. I think when it was originally found, wasn't it like, did we not realize that could all be done or something? Because I remember it being like people saying it was so precise and stuff, I guess, when it came out.
No, I mean, right away when I found it, you know, I said, look, there's multiple inputs for this, but I think until people actually started doing it, there was a bit of like consternation about it.
Yeah, fortunately, I guess we don't have to do that trick in this run. Nope. What we do have to do, though, is hit the Hidden Owl.
Wallets. Always
so this is the safety strat here. Getting ISG on the sign apparently is more difficult than a mega flip. Alright, so there was a lot of glitches there in a row. The first thing we did was get a glitch called Infinite Sword Glitch, which allows you to... Basically, your shield is or your sword is always slashing. And for whatever reason, when that is a thing, you can shield damage and hover on it. So we did that until we were able to get high enough to go over to the Hidden Owl, as we call it. It's not really hidden, I guess. I don't really know why we call it that. It's very plainly visible. But anyway,
the point is that it's visible.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's even there. Because technically, like, if you think about the layout of Clock Town, if you look through that loading zone, you should be able to see the owl that you can hit in South Clock Town. But there's a loading zone there, so I guess they just put a random owl there because they thought you'd never be able to get to it. But if you hit that owl and you get Song of Soaring, you can essentially soar to whatever owl you want without having had to hit it. So we will be using that to our advantage many times in this run.
Ooh, is it Hessa Clock?
It is Hessa Clock.
Alright.
And then it'll be Swamp Gossip o'clock, and that is really the only thing I'm even slightly worried about in this run. This run's not that hard, so it is actually a pretty good beginner category, I would say.
Yeah, I think if it were more popular, you'd see a lot of newer runners picking this up, just if it were more well-known.
I just realized I forgot to buffer my mega flips. Nice.
Yeah, I just watched you do the second mega flip, and I was thinking that.
Alright, that's pretty lucky that went that way, because
Look at that.
could have
We
been
don't even
bad.
we don't even need marathon strats.
Nah. Just pretend this is a PB pace run. Or a PB attempt, I guess.
I mean, it probably is PB pace.
It probably is still sub 2 pace. So yeah, that's really the only difficult trick in the run. So, knock on wood, we should be fine for the next hour and 44 minutes. Because this is totally gonna sub 2.
So I know that
Or 34, I guess. Can't do bad.
there's that hover turnkey skip strat that you found
Oh yeah.
with the mega flip, and so this category does that, right?
Yeah, it does do it. It actually would be way better if, because I don't do the water wheel strat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the super swim still optimal?
As far as I know, it's not, but maybe that's just me being wishful. But as I think they did say that it wasn't faster, like Gigo and people like that.
Okay.
Like, thank God, because there was a strat where you had to do a super swim to skip doing the turn keys in Great Bay Temple, and it's way more difficult than anything else in any category that I can think of. It's not that bad, I guess, if you practice it, but that's just the case with everything, I think.
It's a really cool strat, but yeah, it is tough for sure.
One thing that is pretty interesting about this route specifically is that if you do not play well enough in the first, the early game pretty much, you'll have to watch a day transition in the New Wave Bossa Nova split, which is probably, I don't know, 20 minutes from now. So hopefully we can play well enough to not have to watch that. If we do have to watch it, it's like a 7-second time loss or something, I think, so it's not a huge deal, but if you don't have to watch that, you know you're on a really good pace run. Alright, so we got Sonata of Awakening there, which we'll be using to get into Woodfall. Much later in the run, actually. Well, I guess in this category, it's not much later in the run. Now we're about to get Song of Soaring, which we'll be using after we get the bottle, and you'll be able to see the index warp, as we call it. If only Thief Bug were here to tell me this is not all masks. So the next trick coming up here we call a reverse octo skip. There's actually a regular octo skip, but from the other side.
It's one of those things where we do the reverse thing more than the not reverse thing, like Bottle Adventure.
Oh, true. I thought about it that way. I guess there's not really a... Is the VA in this game, it's more of an... it's literally like Bottle Adventure from OOT, isn't it, sort of? Or is it like... I don't really play OOT that much, so I don't remember which one's which.
It's completely different.
Oh.
Yeah, the Bottle Adventure in this game, Bottle Adventure in Ocarina are two completely different things.
Is the one in this game... I guess it's not even comparable, but is it, I guess... Is there a way to compare more to BA or RBA in MM, or in OOT, or...?
It's closer to RBA in OOT because you're catching things in bottles and writing memory addresses to, places that you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Except in this case, you're writing a timer for hot spring water, and in Ocarina of Time, you're writing actual bottle contents.
Alright. Not bad, actually. Failed a super slide there in the... whatever you call that area, the swamp, but that's not bad. Alright, so as soon as we come in here and talk to the witch, we will be doing our first index warp.
Another thing that would be cool is if we had, if there were a different bottle that were faster to get than this, or just a way to use Weird Bee to get, you know, a bottle on B or something.
Getting the Weird Bee bottle would be amazing.
Yeah, currently it's not faster for any category, but it's really close because we have a lot of ways to do it that are pretty fast. It is faster for all songs, but that's more of a meme category.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody run that, actually.
It's got a really neat route because the only bottle it gets is a bottle on B with Weird Bee.
Nice.
And it does a ton of action swapping to skip fire arrows, and it writes over Ocarina.
Oh god, for Elegy or something?
Yeah, for Elegy. It's really fun.
I almost fell off the bridge, so I'm glad I did not continue that super slide.
Yeah, it was scary.
Alright, so now we have to get a Lens of Truth, which we only use to get Goron Mask, and then we only use Goron Mask to get one fairy in the entire run.
Literally one.
Luckily there's a very nice patch of bushes here that almost always fills up your bombs.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess just because there's so many rocks that you have to blow up in here, that's why they put a patch that only drops bombs. Just
yeah,
so
I guess so. It's the only one in the game I can
get
think
those
of.
rupees. Yeah, it's weirdly convenient.
If only the rest of the game were as convenient.
Right?
Alright, so we're about to do our... well, not first trick, but a trick called Scene Walk, which was pretty recently found, actually.
Yeah, this is a cool trick.
The first iteration, I guess, of the trick was really not precise, or not really
It was a test trick
yeah.
from a little while ago, but then some various people worked and we made it viable for RTA. Nice.
Alright, so that isn't... I guess it kind of looks easy, but like, the first time we all tried to learn it a couple, I don't know, maybe a month ago or something like that, the side hops you had to do were just unreasonably... or not, I guess not unreasonably, but just... it was one of those strats that really no one... for sure, it was... I guess sometimes when you find strats, there's strats that you find and everyone's like, oh, I definitely have to do that. This is one of those ones where I feel like most people weren't going to do it just because like all the side hops were like, I think 2 frames or something like that, 3?
Well, the problem with those side hops is that most of them are 3 frames, but if you get the first of those frames, then you fall off like automatically. You can't do the next side hop.
Nice.
So you have to get the later frame ones. And when people first started doing that trick, everyone just mashed it because they assumed that they were falling off because they weren't getting fast enough side hops. And so the faster they mashed, the worse they would get at it, right?
Yeah, true.
But then I figured out that no, you have to actually get the later ones, which means if you time it, it'll be consistent.
I'm glad we found that out, because that was one of the most frustrating tricks for a while, because it is weird. It's like, how am I not mashing fast enough?
Yeah, I know Trev was doing it for hours and just kept failing it over and over. And then once I told him, no, time it, he was fine. He immediately was like consistent at it.
Yeah, and I know this one doesn't like help a lot of people, but for me, if I tap the side hops instead of like holding the control stick to the left, I don't know what about it is different, but for me, I haven't failed it even one time since I started doing that. But
yeah, I think it's easier to get those 7-8 frame side hops, which are what you need if you're, because it takes a little more time to tap it each time.
Yeah, true. This is just a little, I don't know, easy way to time it. Another weird thing about this category is that if you play at a certain speed, it's not even necessarily slow. You have to like stand here, because if I walked in there right now, I'd have to watch the Blast Mask cutscene into North Clocktown, that is. So you have to wait at the entrance to North Clocktown there. It wastes quite a bit of time to watch the Grandma cutscene.
I guess you can be early enough that you could get into the fairy fountain before that, right?
Yeah, I've gotten into the fairy fountain before midnight before, so you can get there pretty early. But this run's not too bad. I mean, the fact that I got there and had to wait for that means it's probably like slightly average. Like, not even that bad.
I mean, you certainly haven't made any large mistakes or anything, so...
That's really all I can hope for.
So this is probably the most important mask in this category, right?
Definitely the most important mask. And I guess you have to get it anyway, because it's a reward. But even if you didn't have to get it, I think we'd still probably get it, because...
I have to imagine it would be faster.
Yeah, it's...
There's
getting
no
some of the
way.
fairies without the mask would just be stupid.
I wonder what low percent AFR would look like. You know, you skip that mask, just get the fairy rewards with as little as possible.
That would be pretty interesting, actually.
I worry it would just be a lot of blast mask covers to fairies that you couldn't reach otherwise. It probably would be.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be... Yeah, it'd probably just be a bunch of hovers.
But you'd only have blast mask. You would skip bombs and bomb chews.
Oh, true. How do you do like a... If you had to do like a hover off the ground with the blast mask, can you even do that?
You can't do it off totally flat ground. I mean, in most places there's some kind of a ledge or something else. Or you could... If there's an enemy, you could hover off the enemy and then do a backflip blast hover to get into the air.
Yeah, true. I guess the one I was thinking of is like in Snowhead. The one before that double Lizalfos room or whatever, the one in the like the little thing you have to look at with the lens of truth.
You can hover off an Eno snowball and then use blast mask from there.
Yeah, not too bad, I guess. God, hovering to the one that you have to hookshot on the ceiling in Snowhead would take forever.
Yeah, that one wouldn't be fun.
Okay, so what we're doing here is attempting to dupe over bottles. Or dupe bottles over our items. Not too bad. I failed one of them, but, no, that happens, I guess.
But how are you going to get Stone Mask now?
Yeah, I guess we can't get Stone Mask anymore, sorry guys.
No.
Alright, so we duped bottles over our stick, nuts, and Lens of Truth. I don't think we can ever get the Lens of Truth back now, so fortunately we don't need it anymore.
Nope, that one is gone.
If we were to pick up a stick or a Deku Nut at this point, we would get it back, but there's just no way to get the Lens of Truth back. But we need all those bottles because we need to get the eggs for New Wave Bossa Nova. And we also did a trick there that skips... Normally, if you just push the Zora all the way to the shore, you get a long cutscene where he just walks all the way and then dies. And I think it's longer than the Weep cutscene in Ocarina of Time, actually. Or so I've heard. I've never actually timed them. But if you do a trick called Time Stop there, and then you continue to push him towards the shore, he'll start walking, but you still have control over Link, so you can just walk through the loading zone, and then it skips the entire thing. It's actually not even really that much faster. It's actually debatably slower, I think, in this category because of like in-game time or something. I don't remember.
Yeah,
or on average, it might be slower, I think, because of the cutscene, the day transition later.
It generally saves a very small amount of time, but especially when you're doing duping there, it's a very convenient thing to do.
Yeah, what is it? I think it's 100%, right? Where you just like get the bugs and then leave. Like you don't even do any dupes or anything. I wonder if it's worth doing.
Yeah, 100% dupes in the fortress.
Yeah, it's probably worth doing then, I guess.
I think it's still faster, but it doesn't save that much.
Alright, so the Zora mask, one of the, I guess, 3 that we get in this run. 3 masks, that is.
Well, 4, right? We get Great Fairies?
Yeah, we get Goron, don't we? I forgot. Goron, we get all the transformation masks, actually. I didn't even realize in this category. And then we get Great Fairy mask. So I guess we have all the masks we need now. But now that we have that, we can go into Pirate's Fortress, get all the eggs and the hook shots. We should be good to go after that to do... Actually, we don't even... In any percent, you would go do Great Bay Temple immediately, but in this category, we do Woodfall first, because if you do Woodfall first... Well, you need the bow for a lot of the run anyways, so getting the bow is really important. And also, if you get all the fairies in Woodfall, you can get Great Spin on the way to Snowhead, and then you can just skip the post-Adalwa, like, remains cutscene when you go back later, since you have to go back anyway. That's another important thing. In this category, if you do Song of Time storage like you do in any percent to skip the cutscenes, if you were to do that in this category, you would lose all your fairies, so it isn't generally faster to do that, except for in Woodfall, because you have to go back to Woodfall anyway, so...
Yeah, it's nice that that works well with the 2-trip Woodfall, that it's so optimal in a lot of categories.
Right, so now, actually I guess I should probably play it safe here. We're gonna do another Mega Flip here. Generally Mega Flips are not something I worry about, except for if you're doing a marathon run. If I was thinking I would have done a no Mega Flip strat here, but I'll just do an extra hover just to make it extra safe, I guess.
Yeah, 4-bomb is very safe.
Alright, so usually I don't do that. I think it's pretty difficult to get a 1 buffer Mega Flip, because you have to backflip, and then on the next flip, or next frame, hold forward, or like just let go of the control stick, so I don't know how you'd even do a 1 pause for that.
I don't know if anyone that 1 pauses Mega Flips.
So I think I got a 3 pause there, not that bad. So one of the reasons we made it nighttime earlier in the game, I don't think I actually mentioned that. When we did the Hidden Owl, we dove off the edge and do what we call Song of Double Time storage. And then we activated it when we went into the bomb shop, and that made it nighttime. And the reason we had to do that is because of what I just did, pretty much. Hopefully stream delay is caught up by now. The pirates on Japanese, for some reason, can't see you at nighttime. So if we make it nighttime, we can just do this room without having to go into the top part of the room and shoot down the beehive and all that.
Yeah, they wanted to give the pirates bad vision at night, but they neglected to make that only apply to the outdoor pirates in the Japanese version.
I guess it makes sense if you just don't think about it.
Absolutely.
Was it just like a holdover, I guess, from Ocarina of Time or something? Like, or I guess they did do it because there are outside pirates.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are ones out here, so it makes sense that they would have less vision. They didn't think about the ones indoors should see completely normally.
I guess also, to be fair, the only way they don't see you is if you do, like, side hops and rolls, isn't it? Is there some property of side hopping and rolling that makes them unable to see you? I don't really know why that even works. Because if you were to just walk straight forward, they'd get you.
I think whatever the ground or whatever the game checks for, you just have to be, you know, on the ground. As far as I know, it's like the guards in Ocarina of Time. I guess it's a little different because you need like frame perfect side hops with them. But no, I don't know the specifics. Yeah, everyone says they have to hear you, but that doesn't make any sense either.
Well, Link does like make sounds when he side hops, right?
Yeah, he does. He like makes audible noises.
And he definitely like screams when he rolls. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe they just are blind. Depending on what time it is when you get to the final egg in this Pirate's Fortress as well, it might even be faster to just wait. Oh god. Oh no. So it's definitely gonna be a waiter.
Well,
it's not even that big of a deal, but for some reason I didn't side hop and it ruined me. Hey, at least we don't have to watch the day transition cutscene. Yeah, that probably killed Sub 2 Hour. Sub 2 would have been an unreasonable time, to be fair.
So do you think you're gonna go back at some point to this category, try to grind out the Sub 2?
I think so. I definitely want to get Sub 5 and 100% first.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Sub 2 in this category would actually be pretty respectable, I would say.
It would be really neat, for sure. It's always great when a category sort of passes an hour mark, even though it's
definitely
very arbitrary. It just feels good.
Especially in this category, because it's like just barely even possible, it feels like. Because my sum of best, it's not optimal or anything, I don't think, but I think it's like a 158.50 or something like that, so you have to play pretty well. Fortunately, there's like very little.
Run, for sure.
Yeah, it would definitely be a very, very good run. Okay. That was interesting.
That owl statue faked you out.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Sometimes the ladder there, like, I feel like I walk directly into the middle of it, but I don't climb it, so I expect to be climbing it, and then I'm just not, so I do weird movement. Yeah, audio's the head, I just keep forgetting that I have to not react to anything. It's also like any percent sorted too. In any percent, you do all this stuff at the beginning, get the hook shot, Song of Soaring, Sonata, all these things, and then do all the temples. You do that in this category as well. Like you get everything that you need for the temples, and then you do all of the temples in a row. So after you get the New Bossa Nova, you do all the temples one after the other. So I'd say that's probably the best part of the run coming up.
Yeah, definitely. Once it turns into like a temple rush, it's really gets exciting.
Especially in this category, because you actually do them.
Yes. You don't have the 30-second long Great Bay Temple.
Yeah. For anybody that hasn't seen an any percent run, you enter Great Bay Temple and you do one like clip out of bounds, recoil flip into the boss loading zone, and then you're done.
It's definitely neat. I mean, I know for a lot of people, like, the temples are their favorite part of 100%, so just getting basically all of the temples crammed into a 2-hour run is really exciting.
It's one of the reasons why this is... I hesitate to say anything is my favorite category, but I think this might be my favorite category just because the meat of the category is doing the temples as if you were doing 100%. So, and also, I probably have mentioned this once or twice, but there's like very, very little RNG in this category, unlike a lot of the other MM categories, so it is always nice. Right, so we have all our eggs. I'm gonna go to get New Wave Bossa Nova now.
And then we'll finally be prepared.
Finally get to do the temples. I guess like 52, 53 minutes or something of like getting prepared for an hour of temples is not too bad. Especially since 22 minutes of the 50 or whatever is first cycle.
It's definitely a good payoff.
Okay, so once we dump all the eggs, we're going to be doing another cutscene skip. This one's really difficult to not, or it is really difficult to fail, so hopefully, I don't even know why I say stuff like that, just to tempt fate, but like,
No,
I
it's
guess we'll see how it
changing
goes.
things is the nature of commentating.
True, yeah. Alright, fingers crossed. God, 2 pause AFR. Probably not possible. I wonder if 2 pause will ever be doable RTA. I mean, I guess there's no reason it's not literally possible, but
I mean, the Poe hover is bad.
yeah. It's,
Bad.
wasn't there some storage or something too in Snowhead that was really hard to do consistently? I don't remember. I haven't watched it in years, but
As far as I know, the only thing that's like really not doable is the Poe hover. So if we had a better way to boss key skip in Stone Tower.
is it done in English? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I guess you couldn't, like, I don't know, like blast mask. You know, like the old all masks BK skip where you're in like the room before the boss, or the room with the boss door, and then you hook shot the chest and then like do a recoil flip from it. I don't. Can you even do a recoil flip with blast mask? I don't know. I never do anything with blast mask, so I don't really know.
The recoil, you mean to Igor?
It's like a long time ago we used to do like the room that you go into after you kill Igor.
Yeah.
Like hook shot to the top of that. Or wait, you don't have hook shot. Never mind.
Yeah,
And
you don't have
low
hook
percent.
shot.
I guess
Yeah,
you
I
can
think-
hover up
I
there.
think just getting there is an issue.
Alright, so now we're in Woodfall. The route is a little different in AFR than Hundo, so hopefully I remember it properly. Because obviously in AFR you don't have to get the map, you don't have to get the compass, you don't have to get the boss key. Technically you don't have to get the boss key in 100% either. But I don't know why I just took off the mask. Probably the most important one. These are the things you forget when you don't run a category for a while. There's also a really weird soft lock in Woodfall that really only ever happens in AFR with the Goron mask, because for some, I think it's if you like roll off a ledge or something, and you uncurl midair as Goron, you get hit by the poison water as you before you void or something. So you don't die, you just stay underwater.
Yeah,
and then you can't do anything.
That is a weird one, for sure.
So AFR runs used to die to that void out all the time until someone was like, just don't let go of A and you won't soft lock. Right, so another glitch that it kind of made AFR interesting to me is called Action Swap, which we'll be doing here shortly. I mean, other categories do Action Swap, but it's pretty important in AFR.
Yeah, some good bingo strats here. And you do some cool weird shots as well to get fairies in this run. It's another neat thing that you don't see in 100%.
Yeah, we used to get them actually in or do weird shots in Woodfall to get the last, or the 4 fairies in the room with the boss door. I don't know if I've gotten to that part in the run, or with the stream delay, but I think it's faster to just void out as Goron, because to get the fairies on the right side there, you have to hang off the ledge and do some weird shenanigans, so...
It's too bad. Those weird shots were cool, but yeah, I can see where that would be faster. But the nice long jump.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
That was
I
weird.
guess it wasn't close enough to the edge or something.
Oh, that's a good backup.
For some reason, hookshotting this torch is just unreasonably precise. You have to hookshot the top line of pixels or something. Also, our first weird shot is coming up, as we talked about before. So hopefully that goes well.
Yeah,
the only reason it wouldn't go well is if I crashed while I was doing it.
No, that would not be going well. That would.
Yeah, that would be the opposite.
That would be bad.
We would need to find something else to do for a while. Does that lose an hour? I just wait. Oh, there it is. I was like, did I forget a fairy somewhere? Because
yeah, it got stuck on the block.
Yeah, this room doesn't usually have any sort of shenanigans like that, so that was interesting. In this dark room, in 100%, you have to light all of the... Oh god, there we go. You have to light all the torches, but we do not do that in AFR, which makes this room pretty easy, because my TV is really dark, so...
Yeah, some of the monitors I've played on have made that room terrible, and sometimes it's not bad. It's definitely a lot easier with the deco stick than fire arrows.
Definitely, Alright, so that is Woodfall done. Well, not entirely done, but pretty much done. We'll come back later to kill Adala. In a really old route of AFR, it used to be an issue that you would get, you'd have to do nighttime lullaby skip if you played not well. And I don't know if it's just me, but nighttime lullaby skip's really stupid.
No, it's not just you.
Yeah, because the bows spawn and it makes it really difficult.
Yeah, nighttime lullaby skip is not something you want to do if you can help it.
An all fairies run would be interesting because you could just like do song and time storage and skip cutscenes at that point because you wouldn't have to use them at all. That would be like Hundo temples, but you just don't even have to get the rewards at all. But I kind of like having to get the rewards though, I think. Especially because in this run you get to get Great Fairy Sword and kill, well, 2 bosses with it actually. Including Majora.
Getting the rewards is nice, and exactly, you do get to make good use of them.
Alright, so we got Great Spin. Third reward, actually, because we got Magic and Great Fairy Mask. A lot of people don't consider those rewards, but I think they're technically required, if you could even skip them.
Well, we don't need to talk about Magic Skip.
Yeah, that one's, that's something else.
I think that one has bad meme status.
Yeah, there was a, not really controversy, I guess, but the way you have to do it is not, like, it requires a second file and everything.
Yeah, I mean,
and not only that,
it doesn't even count for low percent.
I'm kind of glad it doesn't, honestly.
I think everyone is.
And not only because, like, how long does it take to even do Magic Skip? Isn't it, like, several hours?
It's the better part of a day.
Oh, even worse
Estimates,
than I thought.
but it's a lot of hours. So yeah, having Goron for lullaby skip is very nice.
It does make it essentially not RNG whatsoever.
It's one of those things that AFR and all masks they kind of get to improve over what any percent has to do here.
Yeah, well, still even, I was gonna say for a long time, Lullaby Skip was really like a run killer at any percent. It still is, and usually because of like just wind RNG. Because there are different speeds of wind, and if you get a certain combination of wind or wind speed and wind duration or whatever, like you just can't do it. It's actually like not unreasonably close to night 2, so I'm really glad that this isn't going to be an issue.
Yeah, those bows they're waiting. They're not going to get their chance.
I guess if that would have happened, I would have just like played Song of Double Time or something, because I don't even really know if I could do it on day 2 or night 2.
Yeah, it would definitely be risky.
And we are in Snowhead now, though. We're second of 4. I'd say Snowhead, I think it's the first one you do in Hundo, so like I hope I don't grab this map, for example. Because it's like essentially exactly the same as 100%. Where's this fairy dude? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, luckily at least the map and compass are right on the way in this category, but definitely no need to grab them. Unless you just want to know where you're going.
I used to get the compass in Great Bay, actually, because of the turnkey skip, so I could see which direction I was facing until somebody told me that you can just look at the A button, and it'll say something different or whatever if you can roll versus if you can backflip, I guess. But yeah, there's really no reason to get anything. I do only have 1 bomb. I'm trying to think if I should just grab some, because I do need more than 1. Fortunately, in Snowhead, there is a 100% magic drop, or bomb drop, and magic drop at the bottom, so I'll just quickly drop down there and grab some bombs after this.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need a drop.
I think I only need like 2 more too, maybe even 1, because there is the like those 2 pots in the room with the fairy in the ceiling that usually drop bombs, but we're not gonna make it there, I don't think, with 1 bomb.
Yeah, I mean, you only need 1, but it wouldn't hurt to have more.
Yeah, for marathon safety, I will go grab a bomb drop. I would probably just YOLO it if this was a PvE attempt or something, but no sense in doing that right now. It's really not even that much slower.
That's a nice little thing there. You can hookshot the torch during the chest spawning animation. Just gets you
Yeah, it
out
is
more
really
quickly.
convenient. Yeah, there used to be a bounty for Goron Mask in this category, because the only reason you even need Goron Mask at all is for 1 fairy in this temple, which we'll get in a few minutes. So if you didn't need the Goron Mask for that, you just wouldn't need it at all. I actually don't know how much slower it would even be to not get the Goron Mask, though. Because I think Gigo and I like talked it through. Even in any percent, like, it doesn't lose that much time to get the Goron Mask. It's like a minute and a half or 2 or something like that, because there are situations where the Goron Mask is faster than, like, you know, not having the Goron Mask.
Yeah, I think I was told it was somewhere around a minute. I mean, now that we have the Seam Walk, which makes getting Goron Mask even faster.
Yeah, it's really, like, surprisingly not that slow.
It's close. It's definitely not worth it in any percent, but it's close.
Yeah, definitely not worth it in any percent. I do wonder how much slower it actually is in AFR, though. Because there's more situations where you use it, obviously, in AFR. Because the category is longer, I guess.
Yep.
It would be pretty cool, though, if we could skip that switch, or however, I don't even know how you would do it, but, like, any method to skip that fairy or get it in another way would be interesting.
Yeah, it definitely would.
So far, not too bad of a Snowhead here. Generally, Snowhead's, I'd say, probably the easiest temple for me. Maybe Woodfall, except Woodfall didn't go that well on this run for me. But usually Woodfall and Snowhead are the easiest ones, I think. Which kind of makes sense, I guess, because they're the first 2 temples.
Yeah, Snowhead tends to be a pretty straightforward temple to, you know, to fully complete like we do in 100% in AFR. And it's like you said, it's basically the same thing between the 2 categories, so...
Yeah. For example, like, Great Bay Temple is much different in AFR, so you'll see, if you've ever seen a 100% run and you've never seen an AFR run, you'll see the difference when we get there, but temples like Snowhead are pretty much exactly the same. Even Stone Tower? I guess Stone Tower is the same for the most part. It's a little different.
Yeah, Great Bay definitely differs the most.
Yeah, that's mostly because you do not need the dungeon item, I guess, in Great Base, so you just
Yes.
completely avoid that entirely.
Not only do you skip the map and compass, but you don't even get the item. So yeah, it's definitely pretty different.
Right, so the parry from the Switch is the only one. For some reason, you need Goron to hit that switch, so
It's a big switch.
I guess so. I'm surprised on like Japanese you can't use Zora or something, because like the rock sirloin that you get to get Don Garro's mask, you can use Zora to pick up on JP, but not on English. So I'm surprised there wasn't some weird like, oh, you can use Zora to push the switch.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Not even Fierce Deity is big enough to push that switch.
Oh, really? That's so disappointing.
Right?
I can't imagine how you would have Fierce Deity there, but that would be really interesting.
No, I mean obviously you're not supposed to, but what an Easter egg would that be?
That would be really cool. I mean, he's so huge. Like, he should definitely be able to push it.
Well, you know, Goron is, you know, he's dense.
True, yeah, he's thick, for sure.
So we get our first boss fight now.
I guess so, yeah, I didn't even think about that. We're halfway into the run. Like 60-ish% into the way to the run.
We're finally gonna learn Oath to Order.
Yeah.
More minor piece of RNG here. Those stalactites can actually fall right in the path of your arrow.
Yeah,
Which luckily did not happen.
It's especially brutal when that happens, because like you just have to wait for him to run around, so you can hit him again.
Yeah, most boss fights in this game are very, very controlled fights if they go well. At least, you know, 3 out of the 4 bosses, like, you can just keep them under control, but then if they get out, you know, it's
Yeah, chaos unfolds if they get away from your stun lock or whatever it happens to be.
And then Twin Mold just does what Twin Mold does.
It'd be so amazing if we could find a way to manipulate Twin Mold. That would make it so much better. But I think people have looked and just no one has really come up with anything.
Yeah, I mean, even from what I hear, the Tassers don't really like doing Twin Mold because it's just so hard to even get the good patterns if you're tassing.
So I imagine probably never RTA then, unfortunately. Speaking of TAS, I think the any percent TAS is like right before Twin Mold, so still.
Yeah, it's been there for a bit. Yeah, hopefully Fox gets back to it at some point, finishes it up.
I would really like to see that. The bits
yeah.
that he's uploaded have been very interesting.
Yeah, the finished product is going to be amazing. And there's also a low percent TAS in the works.
Oh, really? I think I've seen
a Tree and Yumius.
Oh god, I can only imagine tassing that.
And I know they've been making steady progress on it, so we can expect that one, you know, sometime in the not too distant future, I think.
I'll be sure to watch that one. I wonder what kind of time you can get.
I mean, you know, you can just fast forward through the blast mass section of the Stone Tower climb. Although it would not surprise me if they put some Easter eggs in there. I don't know
guess
how much
even in the
do while you're just hovering up Stone Tower, but
yeah,
you know, they'll find something.
It's one of my favorite parts of low percent, is like you start and then you wait for blast mass. Unless the route changed.
You can actually go and I think you get Bottle, if I'm not mistaken, before Blast Mask happens now.
Oh, nice.
So you can actually make use of that time. Oh, see, Tree says the Stone Tower climb is actually the most interesting Last Mass cover.
That is surprising, actually.
So I'll be waiting for that.
Okay. Is it still bad? Oh, nice. Yeah, it's pretty low now. I'd be surprised if you could hear it. I can't even hear it anymore. Oh, I definitely don't need it. No, that's fine. Yeah, fortunately MM doesn't really have any audio cues that I can remember.
Yeah, there's not too much. I know you can use audio cues for like the Wizrobe fights, especially the one in Secret Shrine.
Oh, nice.
I know. I'm pretty sure Trev does that. But yeah, I generally don't use audio very much when playing the game.
Yeah, like when I used to do offline runs, I would just like listen to music or something. Like I would never really listen to the game at all. I think people used to use an audio cue for the Deku Palace hover, if I remember. Like, there's a specific part of the song you can listen for to jump off the platform, to jump to the little platform where you can walk into the door.
You can definitely do that.
But I just kind of look at where the platform is, really. I just wait for it to stop moving and then roll or whatever. But yeah, other than that, I can't really think of too many.
Look at that, double magic and only 3 hearts.
It is really weird when you end up with all the rewards and like no heart pieces or anything.
So I guess this category doesn't even need safety hearts, right? Because you end up getting double defense anyways.
Yeah. Sometimes I get the twin mold heart just because it takes forever for that remain to be even collectible for some reason.
Yeah, that one loses very little time, if any.
So I don't even actually really know why that happens, but I usually get the heart anyway. So the next temple we'll be doing is Stone Tower.
Which, just like in 100%, is a sweet temple.
My only concern is crashing, so I will do everything I can to not crash. There's also been a reroute recently of this temple, and it feels like it flows much better, so it's way more fun to me now.
Yeah, there have been at least 2 kind of newer routes that have popped up for it. And it definitely changes the overall movement through the temple.
Yeah, definitely.
At least the uninverted one. Inverted, you barely have to do any of it. Hey, you didn't go for the Chew ISG.
For some reason, I just can't get it.
It's a tough one.
He just like recoils me off his shield, or off my shield. And I just can't. Alright, so that didn't go like the best I could have gone, but should still be okay.
Well, you hit the loading trigger, and that's what counts.
Yeah, it would have been really bad if that had failed, but... How often do we save? We have not... Well, we saved one time at the end of, like, when we got Ocarina. So, like, an hour or something ago? Wow. Oh no, I'm gonna get... No, okay. Okay, well... Okay.
They're not leaving you alone.
I don't really know, like, how this was happening.
Oh, that eye is weird. There's some angles where you actually can't hit it. You might have to back up.
That's so weird. I've never encountered that before.
Yeah, I was actually At one point I was messing with trying to do actor glitch with that. If you like shoot it and go out the door or something, you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
actually shoot it from the door.
So weird. It's MM40, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I have no idea how that ice collision works. Super swim, nice.
Well, I tried anyway.
I mean, you got the super swim at least. That's always a cool strat. It's also interesting doing a stone tower at night on JP, because no music.
Oh, is there? I never even really noticed, honestly. Especially since I muted my game.
Yeah, but no, there's no background music.
It's interesting. Is it supposed to be like that, or did they change it on English? I
No,
guess?
I'm pretty sure they fixed that in English.
Yeah, that's a new one. I've never really noticed. I probably should, I guess, because I think we do 100% Stone Tower in the daytime, and there would be music.
Yeah.
So the crashable weird shots are coming up, so I'm just crossing my fingers. I really love like a bomb drop though. Since I wasted some chews, I would like a bomb drop at least.
They're not agreeing with you there. Oh. I guess they agreed with you.
Yeah, they were taking a while to come to that point.
Yeah, that's true, Rubix. There's no music in PF at night on 1.0.
God, my heart just jumped out of my chest. I hate that weird shot. I hate all weird shots in this temple, pretty much. Because I'm so gun-shy after I crashed 10 times in a row. For whatever reason, if you weird shot into a wall, I guess, you just crash sometimes. Like, I don't really know why that matters, but
Yeah,
it
I
does
don't
for some
fully
reason.
understand that either.
Not too bad overall, I guess. The only mishaps on this part of the run were pretty much that mega flip at the beginning, I guess. I'm only slightly worried about that. I only need one chew, really, but it's always better to have more.
So do you just do... So how do you do the upside down chest in this route?
I guess I would hookshot it, and then... Actually, I guess I need two chews, don't I? Or I could untarget on the first chew, or can you not?
Well, you could untarget, but then... Yeah, you could do it.
So yeah, definitely minimum like 2 chews to make it easy. I'm still gonna have to substitute some bombs for it, but not too big of a deal. If I were to run out of chews though, that would be kind of bad.
Yeah, you need at least one for that trick. That super slide is always so swag.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I wouldn't normally buffer weird shots, but like, I just really don't want to crouch.
Yeah. This room is weird too because it's very laggy. Beamos was
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Do they normally die if you Zora shield them?
I don't think so. I know there's really weird stuff with the way that those BMOs work. I know MZX wrote something up about it, but I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to kill the Beamos. Like, I'm pretty sure normally it doesn't kill them if you Zora shield them, but I think it has something to do with like the white flash or like the screen effects or something. Because I think you can kill them with a mask transition too somehow, if I remember.
Yeah, like I said, there's an explanation to that somewhere, but I don't actually know exactly what's going on with it.
It's definitely a weird one.
Takes in the beauty of the mask transformation and dies as a result. Yeah, that sounds right. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, sounds good enough to me. Sounds like an MM explanation.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're just about done with regular stone tower here. And then inverted stone tower is not really that long, so... hopefully that goes to plan.
I mean, you've only got 1 day left in game, so...
True, yeah, I should probably hurry up.
Yeah, wouldn't want to run out of time.
I can't even remember, I think normally in PB attempts, I think I get that transition in Grey Bay Temple, so... or around that. So that's interesting. I actually don't know why I wouldn't... oh yeah, never mind. Might as well shoot this here. I forgot to do the new route. Oh, it's not even that much slower to do it this way, probably. Yeah, so the route I normally should have done is, like, when I accidentally killed the Beamos, I should have shot the light arrow underwater immediately and then soared out after I got the, like, what is it, the sunblock fairy, but it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, it's... running out there is not too much longer. But yeah, since you don't have to go grab the compass anyways.
Yeah, it's best just to not even have to shoot that light arrow block at all or anything. But I forgot. Right, so inverted stone tower. Honestly, it's not too hard. The only thing is there will be a trick that I have to do with an upside down chest pretty soon. And normally it's fine. Should still probably be fine, but I have a very minimal amount of shoes to work with, so... I guess if I do fail it, like I probably shouldn't plan for failure, but it is a marathon, so if I do fail it, I guess I should just kill Twin Mold and then go into not inverted stone tower and grab it or something. I don't even know what you would do at that point, because I really doubt going to buy shoes would be faster to get that.
Yeah, well, if you kill Twin Mold and go back to stone tower, it'll actually still be inverted.
Yeah, I accidentally had to do that in Hundo one time because I forgot to hit the stone tower owl.
It's a funny oversight on their part.
Yeah, so I guess, we'll see. What could go wrong? On the fly routing.
Regan says you should save warp.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's probably a good idea.
Just play Song of Time real quick.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's just a fast way to get back to Clockdown. There is a chew chest outside of Inverted Stone Tower, but you have to hover to it, or use magic beans.
Darn, I forgot to get magic beans.
Yep. You need your magic beans and your spring water.
Be an interesting backup. I could sort of swamp, I guess. Actually, I can't sort of swamp. I think you have to have been to Econic Graveyard or something. Or is that not? Is it that?
Yeah, Econic Graveyard is Southern Swamp.
It's really interesting that it matches up that way.
Man, I would be scared of doing that trick with only 2 chews.
Yeah, it's... I'm feeling it, not gonna lie. It's scary. Went well, though.
Yep.
That was really the only thing left in this temple I was worried about. So we are good to go. Unless Twin Mold is just absolutely awful.
Well, that's always a possibility.
Yeah, that is true. I shouldn't even joke about that.
But at least bomb count is not as tight here as in normal 100%, it seems like.
Yeah, bombs can be really tight here. Especially there's some new strats in the subdraft room that require bombs. So I'm glad we don't have that issue here.
Nice little mini seam walk there.
Yeah.
That's a good backup, I haven't seen that.
I actually don't even know what I would do if not for that. I guess you could hookshot the chest? Or can you? I don't even know if you can hit it with that angle.
I don't know if you can. If that happens to me, I just walk back to the updraft, but...
Oh, nice. So this should be our last fairy. Unless I made a horrible, horrible mistake.
It's always so weird to just walk past the Giant's Mask chest, just not
I almost
get it.
went to grab it, but then I remembered what I'm doing. For some reason, I always have really low arrows here. If I had slightly more arrows, I just wouldn't even bother getting supplies.
Yeah, 11 for Twin Mold is, that's sketchy.
That's risky.
That's a no-go.
I wouldn't be surprised if people do that in the future, though, because, like, you do have double magic for Twin Mold, at least.
Oh, that's true, you do have that in this category.
I think you only need, like, 8 arrows or something. If you have double magic, because you have 5 light arrows and 3.
Yeah, it would be 8.
So it could be done. I'm trying to think where you could even get arrows, honestly, for this fight before this.
Yeah, I mean, assuming you're leaving uninverted Stone Tower with full arrows. I don't know if any of the pots on the way to Wizrobe have them. Not sure.
I wonder if they do. I've never looked in there, actually. That would save quite a bit of time, actually, so we should probably look into that.
It's the only place I can think of.
I'm also glad I have a fairy, just in case.
Yeah, that's definitely nice. They have RNG arrows? Okay, well.
I guess worth going for, probably.
The snipes.
Yeah, there was one arrow in there that was pretty legit. It's not a particularly good twin mold, but honestly, sometimes you just don't even... Like, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth when it comes to twin mold.
Oh, for sure.
You can kill twin mold, I take that every time.
I think you would have been okay with the 11 arrows, right? You didn't even use 11.
I think so, actually, and I even missed a few, so...
You didn't even run out of magic either. How does it feel to kill twin mold without running out of magic?
It's very nice. It makes it much more forgivable. Even something as RNG dependent as twin mold, like in any percent, I would consider twin mold a run killer, honestly, in any percent. But yeah, in AFR, it's not really like... It's weird how having just a little bit more magic doesn't really... Like, it makes it much easier. To me, anyway. It just seems like... It might even be a mental thing, but...
It feels like you're just a little under-equipped to fight him in any percent.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, most of the time you can get it, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out.
I used to lose runs to twin mold all the time, yeah, in any percent. To be fair, like, a lot of people blame things on twin mold RNG. They're not actually RNG. They just, like, missed or whatever. But to be super fair, like, the hitboxes are really weird on twin mold sometimes. Alright, so we have one more temple. Well, technically we have two, I guess, but we've already done, like, 95% of one of them.
Yeah, we're just gonna pop into Woodfall, say hi to a doll real quick. But first, Great Bay.
Great Bay, to me, is probably the most difficult temple. So, here's hoping. It has an interesting route, though, so... If you've only ever watched 100%, or especially any percent, it will be interesting. Yeah, in Great Bay Temple, after you get all the fairies, there is a... It's not even that difficult, but there is a boss key skip you can do where you clip out of bounds and then swim to the unloaded like room where the boss door is. I might even go for that one time if I'm feeling confident at that point, but there is a much easier strat where you just soar to the beginning and then do the any percent boss key skip, so I guess we'll just see how it's going at that point.
Yeah, that boss key skip is bad.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We are not on world record pace, no. I mean, I don't actually know, but I would be surprised. This is one of those runs where nothing really terrible has gone wrong, which is actually just all you want in a marathon run, so far I'm happy, but there's definitely no way this is PB pace. Sorry guys, no sub 2. We do have 99 rupees though, so we can get a bomb drop, which is always helpful here. Or a bomb, like we can buy bombs.
There's always next run for the sub 2.
Yep, always next run. Especially since I haven't like done this category in a while. But to be fair, it is pretty easy, and a lot of it's the same as in 100%, so... Overall, not bad.
But can you get TCS?
I'd be happy if I did. It's another one of those things, I guess. If I just don't, I'll be sad, but it doesn't really affect too much, I guess.
Yeah, it won't matter a lot, but...
If I do get it, I'll go for PCS, I guess, just to show it off.
Nice.
Well, I mean, hopefully I can show it off anyway.
Oh boy, we get PCS.
We do get PCS. All that buffering I just did, I guess, was a turtle cutscene skip, which skips a very, very long cutscene. So it's pretty nice that I got that. Yeah, I was wearing my lucky flip-flops for sure.
We tried.
The wrong part of the tree, so it didn't end up working, but not a big deal.
Apparently the
Oh god.
apparently the stream's having some troubles.
I didn't do it, I swear.
I can still see the game, so I don't know.
It's all good. I was slightly worried. I was like, oh god, what did I do this time? Alright, so yeah, I totally got PCS. I know you guys couldn't see it, but nailed it.
Yeah, should have waited till till you were in Great Bay Temple to put the video back.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! We got PCS.
We are in Great Bay Temple now, though. I'd say it's kind of 50-50 on whether or not people like this temple, because like it can be pretty frustrating, but overall I'd say it's really fun. It is a temple, though. If something goes wrong, it can definitely snowball, so...
Yeah, and this temple has a lot of Zora movement that is great when it goes well, and is not great when it doesn't.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the Zora movement can be frustrating.
So one of the first big tricks we'll be doing is called turnkey skip. I'll explain it when I see it on the screen. It's kind of weird to do commentary 7 seconds delayed, I won't lie. But I did fail it the first time, because I went a little too high, which is usually not what happens. Alright, so basically...
looks really cool when it works.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite trick in the temple, yeah. But, so usually to get into this room where I just got those two fairies, you have to turn some, like... I haven't done it casually in a really long time, so I don't exactly remember, but I think you have to turn, like... You have to turn the water on or something, like, later in the temple, I think?
You have to reverse the water direction. So you reverse the way that big, the thing in the main room is spinning.
Nice. And yeah, it just takes forever, so I'd prefer to not do that. Wow, I was totally in hundo mode there for a sec.
Almost opened the chest there.
Yeah, I did. That was close. Alright, that was like so sketch.
The jump slash at the end, very nice. Definitely save that one.
Yeah, that would have been real bad if that had gotten much worse than it did.
Yeah, the hovers that you do save choose in this category, they certainly add some stress to the temple, but definitely make it interesting. Since in this category you skip ice arrows, and you need most of those chews for a really big hover coming up.
I'm actually wondering, I don't remember how many chews I have right now. I think it's like 9 or 10. Did you happen to remember or see?
No, I didn't see exactly how many.
Either way, it's going to be interesting in Woodfall Temple. For just safety, I'll see how many chews I have, but I might end up going for like just to buy chews so I can do the Woodfall BK skip. But we'll see how many chews. I have 9 chews right now, so I think I need 4 for the waterfall skip, if I remember. So that'll leave me with, what, 5, I guess, for Woodfall? That's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, just do some megas, and, you know, it'll be fine.
Oops.
It's always interesting seeing this Biobaba room later in the temple, because it's so different from 100%.
Yeah, I'm definitely not used to doing it later like this. Which is weird, because it's like not that much different. Actually, it is different, I guess, because in Hundo you come from the other way, so you can just like turn around to get to the main, like where the chest is.
Yeah.
That Pot Fairy is pretty interesting in this category, because you don't want to have to equip Great Fairy Mask for it, so you have to swim in it, or swim in the water there to get it as Zora.
Yeah, it's a neat strat to grab that. This is also interesting because normally you just freeze that waterfall in 100%.
Yeah, this room is very laggy too. Hopefully that was like visible on screen or on stream, but like I did waste some chews.
You can definitely tell how laggy that is.
Yeah, it's unbelievably laggy in that room. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna do the sword strat because I'm kinda low on bombs, so I just wanna grab the bombs at the beginning of Great Bay Temple, I think. If I had more bombs, I wouldn't bother doing this, but
yeah. Probably going back to clock down for chews.
I think I have 3 left.
Yeah, you have 3.
I could do it, but I don't know. I'll probably just get chews, just for marathon safety. If this were a PB attempt or something, I would not go get chews. I'd just YOLO it, but considering I'd have to do like a couple extra bomb hovers, it would end up being really slow, I think. Or like not even much slower to go by chews.
Yeah, and you definitely wouldn't have any room for error.
Yeah, definitely not. One thing goes wrong and I'd have to go by chews anyway, so. This is actually one point where I do have to hear the TV. Okay.
Oh yeah, especially if you have a darker monitor.
Yeah.
Because I can use a visual cue on mine for that, but it's really hard to see.
Yeah, so what we did there was, well, first I did the BK skip, so you clip out of bounds and then you can recoil straight into the loading zone for the boss. And then I did a weird shot and shot an arrow at Geirg before the fight actually started. And if you do that, you don't have to watch the introduction cutscene where you see his name and all that.
And this is such a cool kill, the quick kill on Geirg here.
I have a sad story for you.
Oh, you're looking... no. Yeah, you were looking like you were right on the edge of him.
I'm a little surprised it didn't, like, still get him. I have another fairy, though, so I can still do it.
Luckily he didn't eat you twice there.
That would have been so bad. Oh god. Normally I would not even try this attempt, or this strat again, but just for the sake of showing it, I'm gonna do it. But I think I forgot to jump slash, so... Oh, I don't even have another fairy, actually. I could have sworn. What happened to the one that I used for Pirates cutscene skip?
You didn't do Pirates cutscene skip.
Oh, yeah. That's the... Oh, no. Oh my god. I was like, okay, I'm in the pause menu. Where's my fairy? Alright. Interesting. It's actually, like, not that terrible, because I'm just gonna get more bombs anyway.
Yeah, good thing you can just do the boss key skip. It's not like
that
Diamond
looks...
Twin or something.
Yeah, that looked way worse than it actually was. So now we have more than enough bombs for the,
You can get another fairy in these barrels.
Oh yeah, alright. Actually, I meant to do that, because we're gonna do the strat anyway. I lied so hard, I thought I actually did PCS. When you die to Geirg with 4 hearts, you know you're a legend.
Well, he only damages in increments of 2, so it's...
True, I guess it's no different.
It's not really any different than 3.
Apparently you can get away from him.
Yeah, you can, and I don't think anyone understands exactly how.
I was mashing buttons and it didn't do anything, so I don't know if I just didn't mash fast enough or what.
I don't think anyone knows exactly how it works, but I have seen people actually get away from him.
Nice. I've also never died to Geirg before, I don't think, in a category where you do the cutscene skip, so I didn't realize the cutscene was still going to be there.
Yeah, it replays.
Nice. So yeah, this would be why we don't watch this cutscene. It's insanely long. At this point, I wonder if it's even worth doing the strat. I don't even know. Probably is still.
It's still faster than killing him with Sora.
The things I do for marathon displays.
You know, we gotta give the people a show.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that Geirg death. It's my magnum opus. Apparently ISG is just impossible right now.
It's frame perfect.
Yeah. It's the hardest frame perfect trick in the run, apparently. Oh my god, dude, I did that. I did that.
You didn't jump slash.
Apparently I didn't jump slash.
Nice.
The man, the myth, the legend. Oh my god. I'm... okay. This is, I'm glad this has happened, honestly.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even care. Like, that was worth it
Definitely
just to see
giving
that,
people a show.
honestly. Alright, so needless to say, this was not an optimal Gyarg fight, but
Okay, so Kyle decided to show off both methods of killing Gyarg.
yeah, that's
in
all that
one
really
fight.
Yeah.
He wanted you to see the quick kill and the Zora kill.
What? Apparently I've done some weird damage to Gyarg here, because totally should have died there. Okay, that was the most interesting Gyarg fight I think I've ever had. Like, I don't even know, dude. I guess a sword slash is less damaging than a Zora shield to him, which sort of makes sense.
No, it should be the same. Unless you like slash your Kokiri sword or something.
I guess that's what I did.
And only had like 1 or 2 damage sword.
That's really, I've never seen a Gyarg fight go like that.
At least it was entertaining.
Yeah, he swam on the platform. That was worth it alone, I think. I don't think I'm gonna sub 2, I'm sorry. The Giants cutscene alone is like 5.
You just have to beat Adalwa before the moon crashes.
Yeah, shouldn't be too bad, I think. This wasn't that bad of a run, honestly, until that happened. But it's still fine. As long as the moon doesn't crash. It's actually closer than it should be to crashing. This never happens. Oh my god. I mean, technically it's sub 2 if we just don't kill Majora. Like, I'll get all the fairy rewards in under 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll just call it a day.
Yeah. Close enough. I mean, that was pretty bad, but honestly, like, overall, I'm pretty happy with this run. Just because, like, I haven't run AFR in weeks, probably.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a marathon run with no prep.
No, almost. Like, 10 minutes, probably?
No, I still gotta kill Majora. Still gotta... Yep. And Adalwa, actually, but...
Yeah, fortunately we have a Great Fairy Sword for Adalwa. I just realized I didn't go to buy Choose, so this is going to be interesting too. They have 2 Choose. It's definitely doable.
Is it?
Yeah, I just have to get on the thing. On the pillar and then do like 8 hovers or something.
Yeah, I guess you don't really need Choose after that.
I have a lot of bombs too, so...
Yeah, that works. I don't know if it's faster than buying Choose.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, you know, we're committed to this plan now.
At this point, yeah. I almost want to invert at this point, just in case.
I wouldn't blame you.
Especially because this, it's being weird. I can't invert now, actually. Unless I lose storage, or unless I want to lose storage.
Oh, that's true. Well, you'll just have to clutch it.
I'll choke, alright. I won't choke. Promise, this will be the best Adala fight you've ever seen. Oh god, the moon's gonna crash. Because I can't hookshot.
VCY.
Yeah, for some reason the VC has a really huge input, or like dead zone or something.
Yeah. Those blind bomb hovers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Scared.
we're all scared.
Just gonna do some safety bomb hovers. I think I've done enough now, but also kind of high, so.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really scary, I'm not gonna lie. If any of that had gone wrong, this would be so much worse. I think it's like a 212 or something. Alright, that was the most clutch I've ever done a Woodfall, so saved it at least.
And now you get a nice relaxing Giants cutscene to cool down with.
Oh, I just saw the estimate was 210. RIP! I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think it's gonna be like 210 or 212 or so. Not too bad though.
No, for zero notice, it's pretty good.
If we get a first try bomb drop though, that'd be nice.
That'd be great.
Okay, we got one. I did not expect to get one.
Nice.
Oh yeah, stream delay rip.
Spoilers.
Yeah, that was an exceptionally scary situation I was in there. Yeah, why not, Joseph? I'd marry you. Yeah, honestly, other than other than Gyri, that was not bad. That was some mishaps here and there, but nothing really catastrophic happened. Even dying to Gyri wasn't that bad.
No,
Good
very solid
reviews.
for a no reset run.
Yeah, I'm not bad. But yeah, any of, especially the blind hovers at the beginning of that hover before Adala, those were, I was sweating.
I was very tense for that.
I forgot that that was gonna happen like that. If I'd remembered that, I probably would have just gone to buy choose. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little biased, but I don't think Dying to Gyre was that bad. Hey, at least we saw him like breakdance on the platform. That was worth the price of the death, I think.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Alright, so we do get the Giants cutscene now, which is like, I don't know, 5 minutes long or something, so... I think we're just barely not going to be under estimate, although to be fair, I probably would have said 215 or even 220. Just because it's been a while, but... a while back, this probably would have been, not even that long ago, would have been a world record. That should tell you how optimized this was for a long time.
Yeah, this category hasn't gotten a lot of attention, but yeah, hopefully some more people start picking it up.
It is a really good category. Like, it is I would say, the best beginner category. Just because it's so... Like, there's not really anything that difficult in it, except for maybe Swamp Gossip, but you can do some other strats that are not nearly as difficult. Like Ocean Gossip, for example.
Definitely.
But,
and I know there's
yeah.
a lot of good any percent runners out there, you know, and a lot of newer one. And especially if they're looking for other categories, I mean, this is not a bad one to transition to. And if, you know, they wanted to, say, run 100% down the line, it makes for a really good segue, because you basically just learn the temples by themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I think I ran 100 before this, but one of the reasons I started running this in the first place was because it like was good practice for 100%. Like, you stay fresh with the temples and all that. So yeah, even if you're new, if you're old, whatever, it's good for pretty much anybody. And especially if you've been running the game a while and you're really tired of randomness, like there's just hardly any in this category, so... I think the only thing I can really think of, like Twin Bull and Majora are always RNG, except for maybe 100% for Majora because you have Fierce Deity, but other than that, it's just like Pirates cutscene skip, I think, and I can't remember any other RNG in the run.
And that's not even something that you really have to do.
Yeah, true, you don't even have to go for that at all, so... Yeah, it'll be surprisingly close to estimate, I'm not gonna lie. Considering everything that happened. When I woke up today, I didn't even know I was gonna be playing this game, so finishing the run, honestly, was all I wanted to do. I mean, obviously I didn't want a 5-hour AFR run or anything, but... I would hope so, Tazo, but you never know. For some reason, this category has had sort of a stigma of being, like, a meme category, but hopefully one day that will be shed, because it definitely has stuff that all the other categories don't have. Like, for example, we'll be killing Majora with Great Fairy Sword, which isn't done in any other category. And then all the temples are done differently, even from 100% pretty much, and... I don't know, overall not a bad category.
It definitely deserves more love.
I would say so. We're catching up to all masks, as far as like people on the leaderboards. I think there's 17 or something now for AFR, and there's like 39 for all masks.
Nice.
For a while, there were like 8 AFR runs or something. Yeah, looking at the timer, there should be like a 211, which isn't that bad, honestly. Maybe like a low 212. If it hadn't been for Gyre, I could probably been like a 205 or something. At the very least, Majora is much easier in this category just because you have a Great Fairy Sword.
Yeah, and double defense, so not super worried about taking damage.
Yeah, not too bad. Should be pretty easy. Hopefully. Yeah, I got Deku, Goron, Zora, and Great Fairy Mask. Am I going to be known as the man who died to Gyurg now?
That might be your legacy.
I'm fine with that. With Great Fairy Sword, you only have to hit him twice, so it's a much shorter fight, usually.
Yeah, twice as much damage as a Deku stick. Even, so... all the phases are much shorter than they would be in any percent.
Yeah, definitely. I actually find Incarnation to be a little bit more difficult, because you can't, like, spam hit him for some reason. Like, you can do, like, 2 hits, and then it just won't let you hit him anymore. I don't really know why that's a thing, but... I think Goron guy deleted his channel when he died to Majora with Fierce Deity one time. So it's definitely possible. But that wasn't all masks when you had like 4 hearts or something.
Yeah, it's... you have to make a point of dying to Majora 100%. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's... I don't even know how you would do that.
Nice. GG.
Not too bad. I'll take that, honestly. But yeah, Majora's much easier with Great Fairy Sword. You have to hit Wrath 5 times or something, and then Mask twice. And overall, not very difficult. Apparently Gyre is really hard, though.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So yeah!